Hi. Previous we implemented decision for single conditional statement, right? Now we'll see how to work with choice. If you want to implement more than one conditional statement, then we have to go for choice. More than one. For example, if your salary is greater than 50K and less than 1 lakh, then your tax will be 20%. If your salary less than 50K, your tax is 0%. Like that. So if you want to implement more than one conditions, then we will go for choice. Choice always it contains choice and otherwise. Observe this. Choice and otherwise. If any condition, if it does not belongs to the choice, then it will go to otherwise. Okay, uh, let's see this with an example. For this, if you want to implement this, more than one record is required. So more than one record, we have to create by using collection. As we know, fields, let's give salary, salary, and then number, and we are going to calculate tax here, tax, tax also, number, let it be, and then initial values, let's take some 4 to 5 values, and then here it will be 30K, and then 60K, and 23K, then max, and then that will be fancy number. Now, so these are the salaries. Now, our requirement is we need to calculate tax. If it is less than 50, it will be 0% tax. If it is greater than 50 to 1, 10%, greater than 1 to 3, 20%, like that. Now we have records here. Now this is a collection. If you having collection, then what we need to use, if you want to use the collection records, we have to go for a loop, right? So now we are going to use a loop here. Loop. Loop will contains loop start, loop end by default. In a loop start, what we are going to do? We are going to give collection name because we need to take the records from this collection. That's why we are giving the loop within this. Now, for each and every record, we have conditions. So more than one. That's why we are using choice within the loop because for this all the records it has to process. Now observe this how to give choice conditions here. Just double click on this choice name criteria. Let's give three choice names. One is 0% tax. Another one is 10% tax, for example. Another one is 20% tax. 20% tax. Okay. Choice criteria. What is the condition? Criteria means condition. For example, if your tax is 0% means less than 50K. And if your tax is greater than 50 and sorry, less than 1 lakh. Observe this. Now this is the condition. If you are confused in writing condition, just go to this expressionator, then you have a logics. See this, and how to implement this. See this here, like this. Same thing we have done here. Validate it, valid. Now click OK. Right? Another one. If it is greater than 6 lakhs or 7 lakhs, then it will be 20% tax. Giving greater than some 7 lakhs. Okay. Now how many conditions we have? How many choice criteria we have? 3. We have 3. So we cannot able to implement by using decision. That's why we are coming for choice. Now observe this, when you click OK on this, internally the choice has created 3 internal decisions here, right? This is for 0, 10 and 20. If it is 0, what we need to do here? We need to calculate the tax. So we need to implement calculation. Each and every thing we need a calculation. Now let's give link, start to loop start, choice here. See this 0%. This one 10%. This one 20. If any record does not belongs to this criteria, then it will go to otherwise and then loop in. Now observe the flow. Let's take one record to, if you understand whether the flow is correct or not, take first record 30,000. It will come to the 0, this one first criteria 30%. It will calculate, it has to calculate the condition, right? So what is the condition here? So we are calculating tax. 0 means we can give salary multiply 0 means 0%. Where you need to store the tax? Here. Again into the same collection. Okay. The same way we need to implement 10%. Again 0.10 means 10%. Then you can take it here. Tax. The same way 20%. 0.20, where you need to store tax. Correct. And when it calculates after this, how come it will go to the another record? It has to end in a loop end. Every link has to end here. Observe this like this. But so we have only 3 we can understand, but if you have more than this, then so it will be confused. So to overcome this, we have 2 shapes in your Blueprism. One is note, this one. Another one is anchor. Another one is anchor. So both are almost we will use for same purpose. There is no difference. But what is the difference? These 2 shapes we will use to connect the flows. That's it. Let's observe this. See this? Like this. Now the flow looks good. Now we can understand from where to where it is going, how it is coming, right? The difference between note and anchor is, if you try to double click on anchor, see this, nothing is opening. We cannot give any comment in anchor. But when it is coming to a note, we can give some comment. Connecting all calculations to loop end we have given. Then you can understand why we are doing this. Or when in a process starting, after the start also, we can give this note and then you can tell that this process we are using to calculate tax, like that, right? That is the purpose of note. but the same information we cannot give it in a anchor. Like when you are writing any coding language, we will use a comment, right? The same way here. Now reset. We don't have any errors. Now we can run this process. Let's run this and observe the result. Observe each and every record where it is going. First record went to first calculation. Second record, second calculation. After that, next record, third calculation. Next record, third calculation. Next, fifth record. All went to the same calculation, third calculation. But here we don't have any otherwise because of the condition. Now observe this 0% tax, 10%, all are 20%, right? Now greater than 7, right? Let me change the values here and then observe the things. Okay, reset. Now observe this. Same way, first went to first, second to second, third to third, and then fourth record. See this? Final record went to the otherwise. Some fourth record went to otherwise, right? It means it does not belongs to any conditional criteria. It will not do anything for this. See this? These are the values, initial values we have given, and then result will be there in a current value. See this? This is otherwise because it went to otherwise. So like this, we are going to use choice and loop when we want to implement more than one conditional statement. Thank you.